Today I'm going to show you how to use my brand new snake eye template, which is just super cool. Look at the results of this. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. We are going to start by cutting out the snake eye template in any pattern of your choice. I went with this snake pattern, and then you are going to cut around the snake pattern, eliminating most of that waste, and then weed out the rectangle for the template. Then we are going to apply transfer tape to the entire surface. I'm going to take my tumbler and my Cami Page Boutique Ultimate Tumbler tool. I use this on every single tumbler wrap and it totally saves my butt. I have a discount code linked for you guys down in the description. I use the vertical line tool and I just take a pencil or pen or marker, whatever I have on hand, and create a line. Now I will take the template and remove a little bit of the backing, and that will just help tack this down so we can line it up. We're going to line it up straight on that line that we created. And before I remove the entire template, I always just tack down that inch or so and then push it all the way around and just make sure the top and bottom cuts will line up. If it does, we continue on by just removing a little bit of that backing. And then I just like to take and firmly push my hand right there in the crease where the tumbler and the vinyl match up. And sometimes the backing just rolls off. Today it didn't want to, so I just removed a little bit at a time, pushing it on super firmly. Then as we get closer to the beginning, you are going to stop and then go to the front, the beginning of the template, and remove a little bit of that transfer tape. This is just so it doesn't overlap. If you place it down, it gets a pain to lift this up. So remove a couple inches of that transfer tape. Then you can remove the rest of the backing from your template, and then make sure you really push firmly to match up those creases, because if you have a wrinkle or bubbles, your pattern will be short, if that makes sense. So make sure you really push firmly to make sure that you don't have any wrinkles or bubbles. You will see in the next clip that my snake patterns magically change, but that's because I forgot to record the applying of the template to the tumbler. So I just re-recorded that part. Go ahead and remove all of the transfer tape. Now we are going to remove the pieces of the template that we want our first glitter color. I am going to be using a really pretty black. It's one of my go-tos called Formal. And then we are going to take some glitter glue or Mod Podge and mix that in with some acrylic paint, or in my case I like chalk paint, and we are going to mix that about 50-50 ratio and apply that to the sections that we removed of that vinyl. And while that glitter glue and paint mixture is wet, we're going to take our glitter color Formal and sprinkle that on. Now remove the second portions of the template that you want in your second glitter choice. I went with the color You Wish, which is a beautiful fine mix of numerous colors of gold, so it puts off an extreme sparkle. And then we are going to take our glitter glue and a paint that is close to gold, which usually I do some sort of tan. Mix that about 50-50. Apply it to those sections that we removed, and then sprinkle your glitter on while that is still wet. Now we are going to remove our third and final sections of our template, and we are going to add the glitter hayride. I really wanted this to kind of be monochromatic with the vinyl, but I also wanted a pop of color. So I went with this one that was kind of a goldish yellow, and I just think it turned out so perfect. We are going to apply that by using our glitter glue and paint mixture, paint on that section, and then sprinkle that on. Now we are going to let this tumbler dry completely where we applied that glitter glue and paint mixture. Once that is dry, we are going to spray seal this tumbler really well. You will never get your glitter not to shift 100%, but we're going to try to prevent that as much as possible. So spray sealing really helps. I like to do 2 to 3 heavy coats of Krylon or Rust-Oleum triple thick. Whoops, I forgot to tell you guys how to do the bottom, so don't leave this part out. I mean, you can, I guess, if you want to, but I like to do the bottom of my tumblers. And so I'm just taking the glitter glue and paint mixture. You can pick any of the colors you used previously onto the tumbler, and then starting around the rim, I'm just going to go really carefully and then place my glitter, and then I'm going to go back and paint the surface of the bottom and then sprinkle on the formal glitter as well. Now you should have your tumbler spray sealed and epoxied before we go on to this step. But then when your epoxy is all cured, we are going to stripe this tumbler out by going around each glitter section. That just keeps it nice and crisp and clean. And how I do that is just cutting out strips of vinyl. I went with 2 colors this time. I went with like a textured champagne gold, and then I went with a black, and I cut the sizes out exactly the same, but I am putting them around the opposite colors. So the champagne gold is going around the black, and then the black or the yellow and the gold is getting the black outlines. add your final layers of epoxy, and then your tumbler is complete. This is such a fun design. I have already started a couple more tumblers because I just love all the pieces that you can take off and totally change the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel and look for me on all other social media platforms under Diamonds and Dust.